I'm Steve Neville. I live in Chicago, used to live in Nashville, and just went through the sale of my house in Nashville. My husband and I bought it in 2016. 16. And we lived in it for a few years while we were both working in Nashville. But once we moved to Chicago, we did rent it out. Yeah, and had it as an income property for a couple years. The condition of the house was, I'd call it fine. But it certainly wasn't in the condition that it needed to be to compete for top dollar in Nashville. And we knew that we just had a couple of obstacles. Money was one of them, being able to front the money to get it into the condition that it needed to be. Chris is a great friend and an incredible realtor. Obviously, we used him to buy our home. And then, of course, we went back to him when it was time to sell it too. As far as the value of the house, when we were about to go into this process, we did ask Chris if it was going to be a good idea for us to just cut ties with it and sell it as is. Mm-hmm. In his opinion, it really would have sold probably at the same price that we bought it for, or possibly less. Like it needed a lot of help to get there. So I think that we bought originally at 160, and he thought we might be able to put it up for that at that time. But then you kind of get into a moment where you're like, well, we've had this for 2 years and put up with it, this rental, and it was supposed to turn around and give us some money to buy a new house. And so that's when he said, okay, well, I have an idea. Originally, Chris and Revive had recommended that we make an investment of probably 15 to 20,000 into the house. No one was pushy with us to force us to do that. It was a plan, it was an option, and it was very detailed as to where all those price points came from, mm-hmm. and which ones were most important from a sale perspective, and which ones were, if we didn't feel like we wanted to invest that much, there were some that, everything was categorized really well. So we ended up doing a little bit less than what we had been presented, and that made us feel better that we didn't feel like it was all or nothing, and we were still in charge. So the process with Revive was thankfully really smooth and easy. We definitely had reservations at the beginning. We'd never heard of it. We didn't know what was going on, and we didn't know what to expect. The process with Revive from the beginning was really clear. We were explained exactly what renovations were possible, exactly what they would cost. That cost didn't change unless very minimal, and which was approved. But yeah, very, very easy, straightforward list of possibilities and expectations of a sale price from there. As we kind of move forward, I think the thing that we were the most happy with was just that it was so fast. We had never renovated a place before, but my parents have, and obviously a lot of our relatives have renovated places before on their own. And we've watched many a family fight because projects don't get finished and there's not enough time, and they're going to do it someday and yada yada. So this was actually really, really great to see our idea of what we wanted the house to look like come to fruition within a matter of weeks without having to do anything. Like, that's the thing. Like, we were involved in the process all the time and knowing what was going on, but we didn't have to lift a finger. When we first saw the photos, there was a little bit of nostalgia in us. I was like, are we going to move back to Nashville now? Just forget it. We won't sell it. Because it looked gorgeous. It looked like a brand new home. From top to bottom, the flooring, the walls, the attention to detail that Revive took was something that we really appreciated, because we've house shopped quite a bit, and we've seen what houses look like when you renovate them quickly and don't put those details in. Yeah. When cabinets don't line up and the corners aren't quite right. And maybe some people don't care, but we do. It's our money, hard-earned money, and we want it to look nice. So we were really, really, like, Chris went in after y'all finished and took, close-up pictures of all the tiny details for me that I care about, that I want to, and they were perfect. Like I said, we had no idea what to expect going onto the market, and we were shocked. We knew we were going to have some offers. Nashville's got a great market. We didn't think that we were going to be kind of at the top of the pile. Chris put together a really great rollout plan for the sale, and then all of a sudden he was calling us and saying we had, I don't even remember, I think at least 4 offers in the first day. all at asking or over. One of them significantly over asking. It was pretty fast and furious, which can be stressful, but really, really, really satisfying to know that the hard work that everybody put in and the trust everybody put in paid off. You know, I think we went on the market on Friday, and I'm pretty sure we were under contract by Sunday evening. We listed at 220, which we kind of thought was maybe a little high. We weren't sure. It was a little higher than what was going on in the neighborhood at that time, but we felt really great about the product that you guys helped us create. So we just went in and said, let's do it. And we sold at 232.5. Like you said, there was a lot of potential in the home, but not everyone has the money. You have to have extra money to make money. We were fine, but we didn't have an extra $20,000, you know, to put into a house that we didn't know what was going on. So we had big goals to buy a home in Chicago, where we live now, and we also are in the process of adopting. So both of those things were really high on our priority list. Like I said, everybody's got priorities. Those happen to be our two, and because of what happened with Revive and Chris, we're able to buy a new house in Chicago and adopt. At this point, both of them are going to happen in 2021 because of this. So thank you for using me as a guinea pig. It worked out. It worked out.